Yo, what is going on, guys? Max here, back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. So we are doing Fallout 4 mods, as you can see by this beautiful orange screen that I have, but as a little twist, we're going to be doing kind of holiday themed. So this is Halloween, and to start it, here is a new creature called the Famish that kind of act like mongrels in a way, but they do hunt rad stags. If you look at them, they look like Deathclaws that are starving. That's really the best way I can put it. That's what they seem to be like. I don't know if that's what they were going for whenever they made it, but that's kind of how they turned out to me. So you can find these anywhere to usually find rad stags, usually quote-unquote hunting them. So just look for rad stag spawns like the one over near Abnath, like where I am. And that is your best bet to find these creatures and hunt them, and you know, for whatever meat or skin that you want from these. And my next mod, as you can probably tell from the start of this video, as my whole basically weather setup is just orange, is Dead Sun. So Dead Sun does have a story to it if you are interested. I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to let you figure that out for yourself. There is, I believe it's a holotape in Vault 111 that actually tells you how everything became this way, and how you're basically in almost seems like a constant rad storm, as it's just constantly lightning and thundering, as you can see in the background right around here. There is just a bunch of things going on. It's almost like the sun has been permanently blocked out by these orange clouds, and now everything is just kind of broken. I think this creates a really nice effect if you really want to get into the Halloween spirit, especially, I mean, it's orange, don't get me wrong, but I think it adds a nice little touch, considering it kind of gives this almost Doom kind of vibe, where everything's just kind of, you know, it looks like Mars. That's the best way I can put it. It really looks like Mars, and everything's just kind of just dead, as the mod name would suggest, is Dead Sun. But literally everything just feels dead, and the best way I can put it, think of when the bombs first hit, and I'm feeling like that's kind of how this would be. You're surrounded by this constant fallout. The weather is just completely messed up. Everything's dead like it should be, and it's just honestly it's just an entire mess that I actually kind of love. I think it's a really cool mod. As always, guys, all of these mods will be listed in the description down below, so if you do want to check them out for yourself, you're more than welcome to. I highly recommend it. Don't forget to support the mod community, and they do so much work for us in keeping all of these really old games alive, and I think a lot of their work goes definitely undermined sometimes, and it really shouldn't. These guys put in a lot of hard work, and they should 100% be thanked for it, because some of these mods are actually really sick. And if you do enjoy a mod, make sure you check out the creators, let them know how much you love it. And our next mod, as you can see here, it took me a long time to find it, but it is a Plague Doctor. So, oh, okay, I've been looking for a mod like this for a long time. I really like Black Plague. That sounds really bad now that I think about it, but I do like the Black Plague. It's one of my favorite moments in history. It's really cool to learn about and see what people were doing. It's really weird too, how they thought things that like would fix it. So I'm already a huge fan of this mod, and you can actually get the mask. They drop a couple different things. So the one I just got, I didn't get the mask, I didn't get the armor, I got the Walking Cane of Black Death. So it's medium speed, pretty lightweight, pretty good damage if you ask me. Even pretty good damage, even does energy damage, and it's actually really valuable. 600 caps is pretty good. I mean, you only get like 300 of it, but still, it's not bad at all. There's different variations of the mask you can get. There's, I think it's brown, black, and white, I do believe. They all have different, you know, chances of falling, and this is a legendary spawn for raiders, so keep that in mind. It's hard to find, and when I mean hard to find, I mean it is hard to find. It took me quite some time just to actually get close to finding it. Like I said though, they are very hard to find, so if you are looking to try to get into them, your best bet is to definitely go where all the raiders are that you know of, like the most populated areas. Like I think Libertalia may have them, I'm not sure, I didn't actually check that one, but they do spawn and assist raiders, so wherever you think you'll find the most raiders, that's your best bet if you do want to find them and try to get all the masks and try to get their canes and armor. And just, even then though, it's still not guaranteed that you will find these, as I've been to probably 3 or 4 different locations as of right now recording this, just trying to find it. And even when I was on my way to the 4th one, I just so happened to find a little raider spawn, and it worked out for me, but there's no guarantee that it works out for you, so keep that in mind and just be patient with this. Now if you really want your game to be just terrifying, this is the game for you. So this thick fog may look familiar to some people, so anyone that did play the Silent Hill games, I know I played one of the early ones on PlayStation 2, and I remember it being pretty much like this. You couldn't see anything. Look, my visibility from the end of the bridge, it's like 10-15 feet in game, which is not much at all. You can change the settings of it, I will say that. And, you know, like I said before, this will be listed in the description down below if you do want to check this out, which I highly recommend you do because I like this one a lot. I think this one really adds to the spooky atmosphere more. There's even weird sounds that it plays sometimes, and it even changes the noise like that for when you're scrolling. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. So there is something called the Otherworld. So I think it's weather control, and down here, force Otherworld now. So if we do that, oh, what is that? Oh, I think I just got dragged into it. Oh, oh, it's getting dark. Oh, I don't like this. Oh my god, this is sick. Oh, it's so dark. Oh my god. Okay. Wow, it just... Oh, okay. It is so dark. Using VATS, I don't think there's any monsters around me right now. I think I'm good. If I turn this off, look how dark it is. Oh my goodness. Can I? Oh, wait, I'm actually kind of scared. Oh my god. Yep, there are monsters now. Okay. So yeah, it works, and it's got even darker. Okay. Okay, this is cool. What is that? Wait, that's just a trader, isn't it? Is that Carla? Yeah, that's Carla, but there was something over here. Ah, it's ferals. It spawns a bunch of ferals. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh no, they spawn even more. Okay, yeah. This is a good little. If you really want to make your game like terrifying, this is a really good mod for it. This, oh my god, this is probably the sickest mod I've seen in a long time. It's crazy how much this actually changes things. This feels like a whole different game. Oh, there's so many of them too. So not only, oh my god. So not only does it make things so much harder to see just throughout the regular day, you can also change spawn rates to how often things like this happen. And if you're ever just bored walking around, you can force it like I did, just so that way you can see how difficult this is. Actually terrifying. Oh my. Honestly, whoever made this, I'm so proud of you. Honestly, you did such a good job. Like, I don't know you, but I want to become your best friend after this. Like, this is so cool. Look at the fog in the background too, as it's just floating over the water. Oh my goodness. How long does this last? I don't know. This might last a little longer because I forced it, but either way, oh my goodness. It's so freaking cool. Does that noise mean that it's over? I think it does. Yep, that does signal the end of it, as you can see, as it's finally lightening up. Oh my god. Honestly, this is so freaking sick. I cannot emphasize enough how cool this is. If this added something like, I don't think it did. I'll have to check the description, but if this adds like any type of like actual enemies from Silent Hill, then I can only imagine how terrifying this mod truly can be. If you really want to get into the Halloween spirit, the whole, I don't know, spooky season quote unquote stuff, this will put you in it. This will throw you right into it, trust me. If you don't check out any other mods from this video, I highly recommend you checking out this mod. This is probably the best mod I've seen since I've started playing this game. You know, something tells me that I really shouldn't go anywhere near this, but for this next mod I have to. So this one is not called Nightmare Road, but it does add almost like a... So Nightmare Road is supposed to have different levels, and it's supposed to... Think of like the dream world for Freddy Krueger. It's kind of the same idea, except you can kind of just see the void the whole time, and I don't know. It makes things kind of weird. It's definitely a weird mod. Some of you may not like it. I kind of like it. It adds like a challenge to the whole game. Any mod that I get that makes things a lot harder and actually creates a nice little... Not like a jump scare type thing, but like a fear of I might actually die from this is actually pretty solid in my book. So if you do plan on doing this mod, you're going to need a lot of ammo, a lot of stim packs, a pretty great gun, not even a solid gun, an amazing gun to make sure you don't die from this. You're going to need a ton of help to get through all of these ferals and all of these death claws, and I think I even read in the description there's even baby death claws. So, like I said, if that is something you are interested in checking out, I highly recommend you do, as this is one of the weirder mods. And if you look at the map, look at all the red dots. You might even need to download the cheat room just so you'll have enough ammo to do this. On Spectacle Island is where we can find the start of our next mod. So, this boat here, the boat to Red Forest, this should take us to Red Forest, even though it's in the hatch, but don't worry about that. So, for this one, if anyone here is seeing Grave Encounters, hear me out for a second. This is supposed to basically be Grave Encounters, so if you haven't seen it, it's basically a horror movie where they're in this hospital and it keeps getting switched around all the time. So if we go in here, okay, everything looks normal. So everything does seem normal when you first get here. There are a few pharaohs you have to kill, nothing out of the ordinary. There's a couple things you can loot, but when you open this door, you get the underground mental asylum. So, like I said in Grave Encounters, they're stuck in this mental asylum and the whole place keeps changing. So, if they thought they were going this way and then somehow, some way, the whole building changes. But like I said, if this is something that you guys are interested in this weird mental asylum maze type thing, then check it out. It will be linked in the description down below. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend the movie, just like always. I'm sure they didn't make it too hard to actually get through this, because then there'd be no point, especially if you could just load the save and get out of it. But like I said, beware. You can't actually get out of this. If you do want to check this out, I highly recommend it. Like I said before, it will be in the description down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.